High hopes for this battle between these two athletes. The hook scores. Right hand, right on point. Stiff jab. A lot of trash talk between these two fighters. Now it's time to put up or shut up.
This is not just hype. We are in for something special tonight. What an arena, what an atmosphere, what a build-up.
Nice job landing that left counter punch. We're at the halfway point of this round, and both of these fighters have had their moments. Still could go either way.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
Those counter punches have to hurt. He blocks the uppercut. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. One punch could change everything in this battle. These punches coming from every angle. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about David Benavidez in that last round. That was almost a 10-8 round. Complete dominance.
Dominance without a...
What do we expect to see here in round two? After a really strong round, let's see if they can finish the job.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Crawford's legs are all over the place. And it appears they're out of trouble, at least for now. But that just goes to show you one clean punch changes everything.
Benavidez now needs to steady the pace. Get the pace back to normal.
Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. Sometimes when you're fighting a counter fighter, the rounds can get a little boring. You get trigger shy because you know if you throw a punch, one is coming right back at you.
Counter puncher's my favorite kind of fighter. A good counter puncher, they're the people that make the history of our sport.
For those who thought this would be a mismatch, you are sorely wrong.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
I don't think it's going to be a boxing match. This is going to be a fight. Good counter punching. So much for boxing. This is a fight. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about David Benavidez that last round. Pretty dominant round there. Let's see how they respond here in the next round.
You can't leave it up to the judges. It's up to you as the fighter, and the cornerman's got to put a firecracker on that fighter. Get out there and get the job done.
Yes, I like that round. Good round. Feel good.
Let's get it started in round three. This fight has been very one-sided. What are we going to have in this round?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
A counter fighter relies a lot on their instincts and reaction time. You've got to get in there quick to punch your opponent before he gets his fist back to block.
You're fighting a counter puncher, you've got to dummy a shot. Make them react from that, then react then. I know it's hard to think that way, but counter punchers, they're watching you every move, that every twitch.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. We're at the halfway point, and both of these fighters know the round is still up for grabs.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Beautiful counter shot. And that left hook doesn't find its target. Nice counter punch right up the middle. Catch and shoot. They have no respect for each other's punching power. He threw a punch and just got countered. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Benavidez that last round. I promise you, all three judges here are going to give that round to you-know-who. Back at it in round 4. Last round, complete domination. Let's see what we have in store for us here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Misses with the jab. They exchange punches. A perfect counter shot. No defending at all for that combination. The jab doesn't quite connect. He scores with the counter. Beautiful counter punch. How nervous would you get when you know you're facing a big puncher like this that can seriously hurt you?
The middleweights are the best you can ever come across. Obviously, the glamour weight is a heavyweight, but the middleweight is the size of the average man or woman. When you get in there and you're letting the shots go, you've got power, you've got speed, you've got pace. You can stand, you can dance, you can do everything. We can look back in history. You know the amazing fights at a middleweight are ridiculous.
Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. David Benavidez in that last round. Well, it's no secret who has the... On to the 5th we go. That round was complete domination. Let's see if we can shake things up here in this round.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
They both want a knockout, you can tell. They've got to use their jab better in this fight. They call it the chin. How strong is your chin? Do you have a glass chin? These are things that can affect the fight.
Because you've got a good chin doesn't mean you've got leather skin. It means you can still get caught. So you've got to go for those pointed areas over the eyebrow, the cheekbone. You've just got to try and cut them, skim them, go for speed.
punch caught him clean. The straight right just misses. So much for boxing. This is a fist fight. He just misses with that jab. The straight right just misses. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about David Benavidez that last round. Well, we know they've got the advantage so far, but there's the bell for round 6. Coming off that fantastic last round, let's see if he can keep his momentum going.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
You've seen all the famous boxing movies, the training scenes, the gym work. That's what it all boils down to. Who's going to have more endurance?
What can they change? Can they slow the pace down? Can they hope to knock them out early? What can they do? They've got to concentrate and relax. Because you know what you can do in the gym, you can do it in a fight. They've got to relax.
Nice idea with the hook, but that's blocked. What a round so far as we've reached the halfway point.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. That uppercut doesn't land. Talk about punches and bunches. That's the mantra for this fighter with that exceptional hand speed.
You've got to ruffle their feathers, Todd. You cannot let them get comfortable, drag them, get them complaining to the referee, because once somebody with excellent foot speed and excellent power gets into the rhythm, the fight is over.
This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Benavidez that last round. Well, there was no doubt about who won that round.
As long as they don't get complacent, you think this is...
And there's the bell for round 7. Coming off that great round, let's see if they can build on momentum here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
And down goes Crawford. I want to see that again, but from a different angle.
Even I've got to see that again. Where did that come from?
So this was an unexpected turn of events. What happens next?
Look at his corner, look for the instructions. They're telling him to calm down, make the most of the count, get up, breathe, and move. Get behind the referee, save yourself a bit of time. You just need to make your way back to the corner, somehow get to the end of the round.
We need to turn this around halfway through.
Not the best start.
Whoa, hold on a second, Johnny. The Mexican monster's in trouble. How are they still standing?
It's been been a tough round so far. It's been a tough round. What do they do? What do they tell him when he goes back to the corner? How are they going to get through this?
The straight right just misses. Hook misses. That hook doesn't score. Final 10 seconds here, and this has not been his round for sure. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. So it's plan B time after being knocked down in that round.
Look.
Round 8, and we're off again. He got knocked down in the last round. Let's see what he can do here.
What a heavy knockdown. How are they going to come back from that? They staggered back to the corner. They've got to freshen them up, alert them again, get them back on point again. This round, they've got to coast around. Don't get involved. Give yourself another 3 minutes to get your head clear.
There's a counter shot. Perfect counter lands. There's no way this fighter can go punch for punch. Their resistance to these blows just isn't the same.
Middleweight always gives us a class. If you've got 2 class middleweight fighters, you are in for action. I'm quite sure right now, if you know your boxing, a certain fighter, I would just say marvelous, but some fighters were unbelievable middleweight.
Pretty close fight here in this round.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I got to respect both of them more than happy.
Big swing and a miss with the hook. The straight right just misses. Starting to take some deep breaths now, but still fighting hard. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. How much cardio was put in for this fight? It may come down to that. Let's see how much fatigue we see here in round 9. Fatigue is setting in. Let's see how they handle it here in this round.
Exerted a lot of energy in the fight so far. Now they're shattered. This is what you call championship rounds. If you have done the work, slept right, ate right, prepped right, I'm expecting you to get through this. If not, if you've cheated, the ring can be the loneliest place in the world.
This fighter has determined that they can walk through any punches that their opponent throws, and that's a very confident spot to be in.
Work the body, frustrate them, take the mind off the chin, take the mind off protecting everything around that. Work the body, use tactics. Sometimes it's all right to actually outbox a fight and beat them on points.
He missed with that jab. Halfway through the round, I'm not sure who's winning it.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Big whiff with the right hook. Deciding to let it all hang out here in this round. Holding nothing back here in the round. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. I'm worried about these two fighters gassing out. We've made it to round 10. They let it all hang out in the last round. What do they got left?
An amazing pace and tempo set in the last round. Can you keep this up? Me personally, I don't think that's possible. And if they can, their training, their conditioning would have been ridiculous, like they're in the army. But these guys, if they can keep up this pace, we are in for a great night.
Terence Crawford just got rocked. A true champion knows how to get out of trouble after they got into trouble, and it appears the onslaught is over. Crawford got hit hard, and down he goes. I don't think we can truly appreciate what we saw unless we see it in slow motion.
I've got to see that again.
They're back on their feet, but how long will they stay there?
What resilience to be down and to be back up again, to get yourself back into fight again, to show your fitness and determination. Maximum respect.
Halfway through the round, and they've got some work to do to get back into it.
Is that ever hope? Remember the fight at Evander Holyfield? He could be behind on points until the last 10 seconds, but he's fighting like he's going to pull it back. That's the kind of hope we need to see.
What heart, what desire, but at what cost? That counter shot lands. No rest for the weary. We're happy this round's coming to an end. 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. He's been knocked down, but at least not knocked out. Here we go in the championship rounds, round 11. His eyes look pretty clear here, Johnny. How do you think he's going to do after being knocked down in the last round?
Oh, listen to me. If I knock somebody down like that round, you know this round coming out? He's getting everything full barrel because I know his legs are gone. So this, you watch what's going to happen. If he doesn't, I'll be very, very surprised.
There's no doubt that this fighter's power can change the fight around in an instant. You can't afford to make one single minor mistake.
This could be really intimidating, Todd. If you know somebody's got the punch power, someone's got the speed, it can be intimidating. It just depends on how confident you are as a fighter.
And he fails to score with that left hook. Punch, counter punch. The straight right just misses. They're going deep into the gas tank on this round. This fighter expending a lot of energy in this round. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. Now you start wondering how much work these two fighters did in the gym. And there's the bell to start round 12. That 1 minute break surely wasn't enough for him. Do you believe this? Bud Crawford just got knocked down. Everything looks better in slow motion. Let's take another look.
That's lights out right there.
At some point, the corner may have to intervene here because this fighter won't stay down.
That is a show of character. When you're put down, your eagle's hurt, your chin's hurt, your body's hurting, and you've got to get up, suck it up, and think, right, I'm back in the game again. It's so hard for a fighter.
What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
Don't get trigger happy, because all of a sudden you're going to be gassing yourself out trying to get that shot, and that's when they catch you.
Need to pick things up here in the second half of the round.
There's a lot of work to do, and you know what? It's hard to pull back. Don't get into the habit of losing. Don't get into the habit of being second place. You've got to change the habit. You've got to change something, because otherwise, why should it change?
His stamina is off the charts. Missing with that right hook. He just gets out of the way of that right uppercut. Crawford is dazed. What a dominant performance, and it shows up on the judges' scorecards as a unanimous decision victory.
What a whitewash. You know, that's skills, that's class, that's levels. One is up there, one is down there, but you know what? The loser is going to have to learn a big, hard lesson. I totally agree.